Whoop, whoop, what's up, Bearcats and Jugger Bros? It's another happy Saturday. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Thanks for stopping in and joining us tonight for a special Night of Champions replay watch along. As noted in the description, please, no spoilers. But welcome. Don't forget to sign your NDA, pal. Whoop, whoop. And what's up, Lab Rat? Give me all the champions, pal. Yeah, need more wrestling in the show this week. And what is testing on you tonight? Whoop, whoop. Hey, what's up, Dan? Whoop, whoop. And points, yep. All right, so I got the feed pulled up, and it's one I believe has no commercials in it. At the 5-second mark, you're going to count down 3, 2, 1, play, hit and play on play in 3, 2, 1, play. Cool, thank you, Dan. Whoop, whoop.
Welcome to the capital in the largest city in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is Riyadh, the city.
It's Riyadh season, pal.
WrestleMania. Well, tonight, where it's over 100 degrees in the desert, we are live inside a sold-out Kingdom Arena. WWE fans have been having a blast all day long preparing for Night of Champions. And the stars are out here tonight, including Seth freaking Rollins on the left, Ron Breaker on the right. They meet inside a steel cage tonight. How about the finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament? The world champ Liv Morgan on the left. Io Sky, the genius of the sky, who earns an opportunity in a world title at SummerSlam. The absolute Ricky Saints has never lost to the man on the right.
Hey, what's up, Grass? Doing well? What are you doing?
United States Championship. Something has to give. And the main event is for the undisputed WWE title. Sami Zayn is going to be a hometown favorite tonight. Looks to win a world
hometown favorite. He's fucking from Montreal.
Career. But two men stand in his way. The ring general, the career killer, Gunther, seeking a third world championship. And the current champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, a triple threat match for the WWE title. Welcome to Riyadh, the Kingdom Arena. Welcome to Night of Champions.
It's all around us. Buried beneath the mountains.
You're just calling him the hometown, favorite because he's Arab.
Through the ocean.
Oh, technically.
And somehow, a trace of it exists in us too. Gold. Maybe that's why we chase it. Not because of what it is, but for what it represents. Glory. Purpose. The pursuit of something greater. For some, it's a chance to hold on.
I have this, and that means you never will.
High pressure, high stakes, this is where champions are made.
For others, it's a chance to break through.
The king and queen of the ring tournaments.
But you shoot. Get this, because I will destroy you.
I am the face of this division, and all I'm
Championship match and SummerSlam on the line.
Whoop, whoop, Lab Rat with the $10 super chat. Thank you, brother. Whoop, whoop. You are cursed. I know that's Thank you, pal. Whoop, whoop.
You are looking live in the Kingdom Arena.
See, current timestamp is 4 minutes, 5 seconds.
Tonight, over 18,000 WWE fans here tonight for Night of Champions. Hey everybody, Michael Cole, Corey Graves at ringside. What an honor to be with you today.
We are 5 weeks out from the biggest party of the summer, and SummerSlam itself begins to take shape tonight in Riyadh.
Indeed, because the winner of the Queen and King of the Ring tournaments will get a World Championship opportunity 5 weeks from tonight at SummerSlam. It is time for the King of the Ring Finals.
The following is the fight of the King of the Ring tournament, in which the winner will earn a championship match in the main event at SummerSlam. Introducing first from San
So basically, the King of the Ring, Queen of the Ring's ring is essentially down to honestly, I wouldn't. Yeah, it's kind of become like a variation of Elimination Chamber and
Jey Uso tonight. He has orders from the
like a Royal Rumble, like a
world champ Roman Reigns
I don't know.
to win this tournament. Head over to SmackDown and SummerSlam and take the WWE.
Yeah, unfortunately, I made the mistake of hopping on Twitter for a couple things, and then I unfortunately caught a couple things.
Against the ruler is a daunting task, no matter who you are. But main
Hey, what's up, Kenny Powers?
Jey
Whoop,
Uso
whoop.
has shown us
Good to
he
see
can
you. Hope all's
swim
well.
in the
Happy
deepest
Saturday.
waters, and he has what it takes to make it to the top of the mountain. That journey could begin again tonight in Riyadh.
Jey Uso, who won a fatal four-way match to earn this opportunity tonight, and then went on to meet Javon Evans to make it to the finals.
Thus far, nobody not named Brock Lesnar has been able to solve Oba Femi. Tonight, the onus is on Jey Uso to utilize his experience advantage, his big match experience, to get him to the King of the Ring crown and thereby SummerSlam.
To your point, Corey, Jey Uso has won on the biggest stages of all time, including the World Championship at WrestleMania.
Yeet Nation, pal. Yeah, they need to do something different with him. He is getting kind of stale. Oh yeah, no doubt. Like they could have definitely got some of those to come check out. To get come to come to some shows. Okay, that makes sense then. That makes sense.
And his opponent from Lagos, Nigeria, weighing in at 310 pounds, Oba Femi!
And it's safe to say Oba is more Ova than Jay.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an atmosphere
Damn.
here tonight. The official for this matchup is Daryl Sharp. He will ring the bell, and in a matter of moments, we will crown the 25th King of the Ring in the history of WWE. And we are now underway. King of the Ring winners over the years would go on to the Hall of Fame. A dozen enshrined in the WWE Hall. 11 would go on to become world title holders. The legend of Austin 316 was born in this tournament. And tonight, one of these two men look to write history at King of the Ring. And here we go, and Oba Femi will toss Jey Uso into the corner to start things off. Corey, how can Jey win this match?
Just like this, stick and move. Don't stand in front of Oba for too long, because there's no way Jey can match the power of the ruler.
And that right hand did not even stun Oba Femi. It may have just angered him. And now a big shoulder tackle takes Jey down.
I've seen
Points, Dan.
matches
Whoop, whoop.
with less impact. My goodness.
The man who is a five-tool athlete, the former All-SEC shot put champion at the University of Alabama, and now hopes to earn a world title opportunity at SummerSlam. Wise move here by Jey Uso.
No doubt about it. In that moment, Jey Uso saying, no way, I'm not going to stand here.
Damn, that's crazy. They even get to block out like local teams. That's crazy.
He did not have much of a choice. The man who destroyed Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. The man who suffered 7 F5s before Brock could put him away back at Clash in Italy. And now Jey Uso looks to take control and do what he does best. Suicide dive, drives Femi to the barricade, but he's still on his feet.
They have to bring the fight to the big man.
Another suicide dive, and Femi driven to the barricade again, ribs first.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Oh, we're feeling the
My bad, I read that wrong.
Oh, Jey was looking for a trifecta, and Oba Femi caught him with a right.
A right hand the size of a cinder block will turn most people's lights clean out. Jey Uso looks like he's on Dream Street.
And now the power game comes into play as he drives the neck and shoulder of Uso into his knee.
The original idea between the King and the Ring was you're supposed to go the distance. Like we had to beat 3 guys in one night.
I respect the fact that Jey Uso was able to try to bring the fight to over.
Because that was,
moments. It's a smart strategy. We saw that
it was being sold.
Work out well for Brock Lesnar. Unfortunately, Jey Uso does not possess the same physical abilities as the Beast Incarnate.
Wicked whip into the corner by Oba Femi, who is now settled in, favoring his midsection.
No, that's ridiculous.
Into the barricade.
Going 50-50 with Jey, that's
ridiculous. I caution Oba Femi not to become overconfident. Far be it from me to tell the ruler how to do much of anything, but this is main event Jey Uso he's opposing tonight. The same Jey Uso, to your point earlier, who marched into WrestleMania and did the unthinkable when he took out the ring general and won the World Heavyweight Championship.
And now Oba going to send Jey across the ring again, whipped into the corner with authority. Jey collapses to his knees. And now Oba Femi stalking his opponent. Jey trying to use the ropes to get back to his feet, but he doesn't want to turn around. As Oba Femi grabs Uso by the throat, and Oba went for a choke slam. Jey Uso with a kick right to those injured ribs, and now an uppercut by Jey.
Here it comes, fall from grace.
And Jey Uso slips behind, and a kick right to the back of the head. So close for Oba, with the veteran Jey Uso able to capitalize. Another kick to Oba Femi.
You see the urgency in the eyes of main event Jey Uso, scrambling to the top turnbuckle. Oba's down.
Uso splash by Jey. Cover, hooks the. Just like that, not even a 1 count. Oba Femi, what a slam!
And if you're Jey Uso,
cover! Jey kicks out at 2.
That could have been the heartbreaker. When you are Jey Uso and you land right on the money with the Uso splash, the same move that has brought Jey so much success, and it is shrugged off essentially, and you are choke slammed through the center of the ring. If you're Jey Uso, you've got to try to figure out a way to re-strategize.
See, dinner tonight is I got some local pizza.
This crowd is electric tonight in Riyadh.
I did. What's up, Final Boss? I did catch a few, but I'm not going to discuss which ones I did until we actually get there.
One of the most passionate fans anywhere around the globe. And here comes Oba.
And Jey caught him with a kick. Jey Uso still in this thing.
I mean, they can afford it though. They can afford it.
Oba stunned momentarily. A third. And Jey, right into the ribs. Spam by Uso. Jey Uso taking advantage of the injured midsection of Femi. And now Jey going to go up top. Could this be his moment? Will he earn a SummerSlam championship opportunity? But I think Jey may have hurt himself.
I think it's equal parts impact and exhaustion. Jey Uso has had his foot on the gas pedal for the last several minutes, caught all of the Uso splash, but upon landing may have damaged his own ribs.
We saw the official checking with Jey Uso, who could not even go into the cover. But Jey Uso looks like he's going to go back to the well yet again. Top rope by Jey. Another Uso splash. This time a cover to win the king of the ring. Femi kicks out at 2. And now Jey Uso's thinking, What the hell do I have
Why
to do
is
to
Oba
defend the
bumping
LA?
and selling for Jay?
Oba wounded. If Uso's going to capitalize,
You're completely killing his aura with this 50-50 booking. No.
In these straights, and I'm not counting those 7F5.
Jay does not need to look strong against Oba.
And there's no
What the
substitute for
fuck are we
experience.
doing
Sleeper
here?
hold by Jay.
And this is how Jay won the world title against Gunther at WrestleMania. Jay Uso going back to what works.
That sleeper hold is cinched in deep with the body lock applied. Oba could be in big, big trouble.
Can you imagine if Jay Uso can tap out Oba Femi tonight? Oba Femi trying to stay in this, trying to fight back. Jay's got it locked in. Femi trying to make it back to his feet, and he does. And Oba Femi, just like that, tosses Jay halfway across the ring. But another kick by Uso. And Oba with a running uppercut. The impact of it. Boom! And Oba Femi may have Jay where he wants him. Uso touch to the mat.
Look at the ferocity in the eyes of the ruler.
Over with Jay up. Fall from place. Here's the cover. The ruler should be king.
Here is your winner, the 2026 King of the Ring, Oba Femi!
Corey, congratulations to the 25th King of the Ring in WWE history. And you know what's next.
Oba Femi, or should I say King Oba, is headed to Minnesota. But kudos to Oba's opponent, main event Jey Uso, who brought.
I was kind of shocked that there wasn't any well interference.
Uso, to his credit, would empty the clip against the bigger, stronger Oba Femi. After the second Uso splash connected, Jay began to get desperate, would cinch in the sleeper hold, which almost miraculously only woke the ruler. Oba Femi would sit up and once again utilize his superhuman power to turn the tides of this one back into his favor. Send Jay straight through the mat with a fall from grace. And Oba Femi ascends his throne.
Seriously, there's no reason for that match to go that
Saudi
long.
Arabia.
The meteoric rise of Oba Femi continues.
Yeah, this is one of the ones that I did get spoiled on was Oba and Jay. It's just, why does this match take so long? Like, there's Jay does not need to look strong against Oba.
Presenting the King of the Ring crown to Oba Femi. Let's head up to Byron Saxton for a word with the King.
Oba Femi, congratulations. You are now the 2026 King of the Ring.
It feels so good to go from a ruler to being the king.
That is true. It could have been worse.
Jey Uso did not understand what he was up against tonight. He thought he was just fighting.
Because at least Oba sold it by, like, he eventually got kind of shook it off.
Beat one man, but you can't beat fate, and you can't beat destiny, and most importantly, you can't beat me. Because I am the ruler, the destroyer, the bringer of war, the mountain that you cannot climb, the mountain that you cannot conquer, the one of one, the beast slayer, the one, the chosen one, the king of the ring, Oba Femi!
So now the question is, who will Oba Femi choose to face for a world title opportunity at SummerSlam? will be Roman Reigns in the world title.
It's not a bad idea, Brad. It'd probably be an interesting experience.
For the WWE Championship. Maybe we'll find out Monday night on Raw in Atlantic City. But once again, Corey, congratulations to the King.
WWE Universe, behold your 2026 King of the Ring.
Well, Obafemi joins an illustrious group over the years, 12 Hall of Famers, 11 World Champions. And coming up next, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, who will be queen.
If you thought WWE stopped when the show ends, your mind is about to be blown. Club WWE, you'll gain access to premium content you can't see anywhere else. From behind-the-scenes moments to exclusive programming of your favorite superstars, Club WWE expands the horizon of the WWE Universe.
This is abysmal.
An entire network of premium content just for you, only on Club WWE.
So it looks like having a Danhausen kind of show. Coming out on my WWE.
Welcome, everyone, to SummerSlam.
Yeah, they're setting him up. It looks like he's being set up for that opportunity.
We know the brand new King of the Ring.
Like him turning, I think he could actually kill it with a babyface run.
SummerSlam in moments, we're going to find out who the Queen of the Ring will be. SummerSlam 5 weeks from tonight. Coming to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota, August 1st and 2nd. Individual and combo tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster. But before we get to SummerSlam, we have a lot of work to do here tonight. This is Night of Champions. We are in the capital city of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is Riyadh. The Kingdom Arena tonight sold out with over 18,000 WWE fans on hand in an atmosphere that has been electric already. I had a run-in with him earlier on the Countdown show.
Hello, Danhausen!
Whoop, whoop.
It is I, Danhausen. Very nice, very evil. And it is Danhausen's first time here. And it has been quite wonderful. That's right, Danhausen's been very excited to continue his experiments because recently he's come into a substantial amount of human monies. And with that, get out of the way, Danhausen.
Speaking of money, you owe the Judgment Day a whole lot of money. And if you don't find a way to get it back, a lot of bad things are going to happen to you. Do you understand me?
First of all, I don't know what money you're talking about. Second of all, the only person who's in trouble is you, Liv Morgan, because you are cursed.
Oh! He deserved it. Well, that didn't help matters. Poor Liv has been cursed. I hope it doesn't get as bad as JD McDonough and Dirty Dom.
Don't tell me you're still buying into all that stuff, Cole.
We're calling the final of the Queen of the Ring tournament, in which the winner will earn a championship match in a main event at SummerSlam. Introducing first from Elmwood Park, New Jersey, representing the Judgment Day, she is the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan won a fatal four-way and then faced Charlotte Flair in the semifinals.
Well, moments prior to this scene, Charlotte Flair was attacked by Jade Cargill, B-Fab, and Meechin, but the Queen insisted on competing.
Yeah, it's like, okay, right now, the odds of going one over went right up there.
Showtime taking advantage of the situation and actually forced Charlotte Flair to tap out via submission.
Yeah, Liv Morgan using the submission for one of the first times in her career. The evolution
Whoop, whoop.
of a champion. Well, tickets are now available for Super Boxing 9 live from the theater at Madison Square Garden in New York City.
Piss break. Be right back.
Versus Stephen Butler in a night of world-class boxing action. Upgrade your fight night with a VIP experience package featuring an exclusive photo opportunity with WWE superstar, world champion Liv Morgan, and other combat sports stars. Get your tickets and VIP packages now at Ticketmaster.com.
And her opponent from Tokyo, Japan, Io Sky.
Thank you for joining us on ESPN in the States tonight. We've already crowned the king of the ring. Now we look to crown the queen of the ring, the winner, to get an opportunity at the title of their choosing at SummerSlam, which is unique now, Corey, because if Liv Morgan wins, then she goes on to challenge the WWE champion at SummerSlam and could have both gold.
Well, listen, since capturing the Women's World Championship at WrestleMania, Liv has been all too proud to declare that she is the greatest women's champion of all time. Well, if she gets past Io Sky, she has an opportunity to remove all doubt in Minnesota at SummerSlam by capturing the WWE Women's Championship.
She may be the greatest women's world champion of all time in her words, but in my words, Io Sky is the greatest women's professional wrestler on the planet. Io Sky, Liv Morgan, looking to follow the footsteps of the first ever Queen of the Ring, Zelina Vega, Nia Jax, and the reigning Queen of the Ring, who we'll see later on tonight, Jade Cargill.
All right, back. Sorry about that.
Look at the confidence oozing from Liv Morgan before the opening bell.
Well, she should be confident, Corey. She's been very successful.
Fire away,
in Saudi
pal.
Arabia. She won the first ever Crown Jewel Championship a couple of years ago. Just this past January, here in Riyadh, Liv Morgan went on to win the Royal Rumble, which allowed her to move on to WrestleMania.
Yeah, I really do.
There's something of a home.
No, I've just gotten so used to it. It doesn't bother me anymore.
Saudi crowd feels that way, but again, Liv Morgan very successful here. And another note that could help Liv Morgan as well, Corey, she is 2-0 in one-on-one matches versus Io Sky in her career. So Daphne LaShawn will be the official in this matchup. The finals of the Queen of the Ring tournament.
Dude, that singing a wrestler's name, that is spread like a disease all around the world now.
Former WWE champion, again the current world champion. 3 times she's been a world champ. Io Sky, a 2-time world champion in her career.
You also forgot perhaps Liv's most important accolade. She's a güerita. Notice she's repping Daddy Dom with her gear tonight.
Well, both of these women, former Money in the Bank contract winners as well. And
What was that one dude's name? What was that one dude's name?
It sounds easy. Liv Morgan
Tyler Breeze, like,
keep Io out of the air.
yeah, he's somewhere he's smiling.
And if you're Liv Morgan, how do you knock off the genius of the sky once again?
Keep doing what you're doing. We talked during Liv's entrance about how she utilized the submission, something a bit uncharacteristic. That's the difference between becoming a champion in WWE and remaining a champion. You've got to add new wrinkles to your game.
Io Sky also has been very successful here in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Nice hip toss by Io. Sort of a feeling out process early on, and Liv Morgan sends Io to the ropes. And Liv now takes Io down with a Hurricane Rana. Liv thinks a lot of herself, doesn't she?
Don't you think a lot of Liv? You might end up the same way as Danhausen. You don't watch your tongue.
Oh, and a running knee by Morgan drops Io Sky.
And this is the ruthlessness of Liv Morgan that has taken her to the top of the mountain.
And that boot right into the throat of Io Sky.
And that's the difference between Liv Morgan and so many other competitors. Whatever the situation calls for, Liv is willing to do it. By hook or by crook, by any means necessary, hanging on to the Women's World Championship.
Io Sky showing off a bit and takes out Liv at the knees. And Io with a basement drop kick, and now Sky is taken over. Man, what an atmosphere here tonight.
Each and every time we make the trip, Saudi Arabia gets a little louder, a little more passionate, a little more excited.
What's it going to sound like for next year's WrestleMania?
I can only imagine. The hospitality has been off the charts.
I love that American breakfast they serve in the hotel.
I sure do.
And now Io Sky has Liv Morgan right where she wants her. And Io now through the second row. Went for the sunset flip bomb. Liv able to hold on. And Morgan now stomping away on Io. Again, tremendous instinct by Morgan. She knocked off Stephanie McCurr back at the WrestleMania to win the Women's Championship and knocked down by Io.
Whoop, whoop.
We are taking a moment to bond with the fans here in Saudi Arabia, but the genius of this guy better be careful.
Io on the barricade, measuring Liv. Cross body takes Morgan down. Io, such a joy to watch in the ring. And now celebrating once again with the youngsters here tonight in Riyadh.
Io rolling in to break our officials' count. Just goes to show you, as usual, Io looks to win this one with honor, without controversy.
Oh, wow! Liv driving Io face first into the steel post. And now Morgan with an opportunity. And Liv now taking her time with a wicked boot to the midsection.
Oh, can you imagine what WWE could look like after
Very evil.
if Liv wins
Not so very
tonight
nice, though.
And then heads to Minnesota and captures the WWE Women's Championship?
She would be insufferable. Not that she isn't already, but
You really ought to show a little bit of respect, okay? I personally hope that in the elevators at the towers in Stanford it plays Trouble, Trouble on loop.
sure you do. Probably sing that in the shower.
Don't you worry about what I do in the shower,
Oh!
Cole.
He whipped into the corner by Morgan. Liv now with a running knee. And again, in control of Io Sky.
Look how calm and relaxed Liv looks at the moment. Just hanging Io out to dry.
Well, that's been one of her MOs, Corey. Liv rarely shows panic in the ring. Thinks very highly of herself, extremely confident. Liv now, face first. Goes Io into the cover for the queen of the ring, and Io kicks out at 2. And now Liv will mount Io and pound away.
This could be the difference maker. Notice how the moment Io kicked out, Liv immediately mounted her and started raining down fits. Cover.
And another near fall for Liv Morgan.
No wasted motion or movement from the Women's World Champion.
Again, the winner of the matchup heads to SummerSlam in 5 weeks in Minnesota with an opportunity at a championship.
Whoop, whoop.
A suplex by Morgan. And we've seen this before, paying homage to the late, great Eddie Guerrero. The 3 amigos to be delivered here by Morgan. Delivers a 3rd. And Liv Morgan now firmly in control. Oh!
Gary rocks Io Sky.
And again, a cover by Liv. And again, Io fights to stay in this.
It's just a veteran strategy. After almost every offensive move Morgan delivers, she goes for a cover. Understanding she probably isn't going to win in that moment, but every time you cover your opponent, you force them to exert extra energy to kick out and keep the match going.
And I was not expecting this. I did not expect
All right,
this.
Kenny, I was going to hang with you, man. Hope you have a great rest of your night. Good seeing you, man. Whoop,
She's an
whoop.
Io Sky fanboy, and that's okay. You just take a look at the
rest of the roster wants it. Io trying to make it back to a vertical base and create some separation, but Liv. Oh, nice takedown. That snap there. By Io Sky and a kick to the back of the knee and a hamstring. It's a smart strategy by Morgan. Targeting the leg with those vicious kicks. Oh, it takes the
Yeah, like she's her character is kind of like a tribute to Dom. So of course she'd use part of Dom's moveset.
And the referee warning Liv, stay away from the hair. Got Morgan right under the chest. Io lining something up. And Io now with a missile drop kick.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, because Dom does it. So if she's doing tribute to Dom, she would take it from his playlist. She takes something from his playlist.
Morgan now looking to turn Io over with this Boston Crab submission. And this is what beat Charlotte Flair. Oh my God!
Hey, what's up, Yosef? Whoop whoop.
Turns it around into a stomp. Morgan got a bit
all is well.
Zealous, and it cost her big time. Looking to crank back.
I got you.
Maximum efficacy. Take another look at this as Liv leads back. Io is able to scoot out the back door and deliver a double stomp. And that's great scouting by Io Sky. You had to believe she went back and watched tape. She realized Liv put this new wrinkle into her offense, and Io was ready. And a back elbow by Io Sky. And Io now, sends Liv face first. And now Io looking to build a bit of momentum. Reversal now into the corner. Io quickly back out to the apron. There's that tremendous balance of Io Sky and the quickness as well. Tearing the arm of Liv Morgan across the top rope. Io now perched up top. Missile drop kick again. Drives Morgan back from the ropes.
All she needs is a little chemical X.
Io trying to rally the fans here in Riyadh. Io across the ring with a bullet train attack. Cover by Io. And a near fall as Morgan kicks out. Io can't allow herself to grow frustrated at this juncture in the matchup. The Genius needs to figure out another plan, figure out another way to step back on the gas pedal and keep Morgan on the ropes. Io now hooking Liv. Liv, though, lands on her feet. From behind, the backstabber by Morgan. And that buys Liv a little bit of time to regroup. These moments ever so valuable in a matchup where the stakes are as high as they are tonight with Queen of the Ring on the line. Here comes Liv Morgan, and Morgan runs into a right by Sky. Io may take flight. Moonsault from the second rope.
Yeah, no more. Yeah, no empty seats like it was back at the Rumble.
At
least not visibly empty.
Made famous by legendary Ultimo Dragon. Taking down Liv Morgan. Could this be Io's moment? Io looking to capitalize on Liv, rolling her back into the ring. Another double underhook applied. Oh, backbreaker, knee right to the spine. Absolutely vicious. Cover. Liv somehow kicks out, but a weaker kick out that time by Morgan. It seems as though Liv Morgan beginning to fade as we look once again at the acai moonsault to the outside by Io, followed up by this devastating backbreaker that took a great deal out of the Women's World Champion, but Morgan still fights on. This could do it. Io going up top. Morgan, though, back to her feet. Sends Io out to the steps. And her knee. I don't know if the cameras caught it, but Io Sky attempted to catch herself on the top stair, and it may have actually done a great deal more harm than good for the Genius of the Sky. Yeah, let's take another look, because it looked like her knee jammed on the steps here. Watch this. Now, usually the sure-footed Io got her feet underneath her. Unfortunately, again, there's no give there. Those are steel ring stairs, and now, like a shark that smells blood in the water, Liv beginning to feast. Well, again, Liv salivating here because the bad leg for Io Sky would help Liv in her newfound submission. And again, takes Io down. Liv Morgan looking for the half crab. The same move that put Charlotte away. And Liv's got it locked in now, and Io's in trouble. Io Sky a long way away from the ropes.
Liv has it cinched in deep, grasping her left forearm with her right hand. Going to put extra pressure on the kneecap, on the patella, as well as the lower back of Io Sky.
Trying to drag Liv toward the ropes, fingertips away for Io Sky. She makes it, and now Liv drags her back to the center of the ring, and now she's got it in really tight. Almost a lion tamer type position.
Yeah, they've been around for over 4 years now.
Io Sky.
Well, Io's the genius of the sky. We're about to start calling Liv the genius of the ground with this submission locked in. Io's in all kinds of trouble.
Yeah, but Io able to switch it around momentarily. Morgan, though, not letting go, and now she has to. But has the damage been done to Io?
Io spent a significant amount of time in the submission from Liv Morgan.
Remember, Io's bread and butter, the over the moonsault. Bad leg. Can she make it to the top rope?
Io needs to figure out a way to buy herself some time to get the adrenaline flowing throughout her body.
Oh, right back to the knee.
Fight through the pain, and how close. Answered back with a Shote uppercut.
And Io angered now, but again, the knee gives out. The knee gives out on Io Sky.
Now Liv needs to strike.
Io's doing a tremendous job here selling that knee, selling that leg.
Lights out.
Yeah, what a code breaker. That time to the face and a kick out again. I thought she was going for oblivion.
Let's take another look. I agree with you. It seemed as though Oblivion was coming, which shows how skilled Liv is, able to call the audible and deliver a code breaker to Io Sky.
Yeah, what kind of is that clubhouse up front? Are they secretly got Swingers Casino backstage? Or Swingers Palace behind him?
And now the shots to the back from Io. And Io still having problems.
And now that selling's gone. Never mind.
Change in the next several minutes, perhaps the next few days. She's at least got some strained ligaments in the knees.
Oh, and nobody home, and again the knee just collapsed.
That might have done it.
The knee buckling as Io hit the ring. And you hear her writhing in pain here. She could have suffered a serious injury there. And a knee from Morgan.
This could be the beginning of the end for Io Sky's Queen of the Ring dreams.
And Io able to counter. And now it's Morgan in trouble.
They're breaking bad, pal.
Is Io's footing going to hold?
Yeah, high risk here. Io Sky.
No.
Whoa! Io Sky off the Spanish fly.
All that leg work, all that leg selling right down the drain.
Over the moonsault. Cover. She's the queen of the ring. The queen of the sky.
Here is your winner, the 2026 Queen of the Ring.
The Seth Rollins knee selling has infected the entire roster.
Corey, what a gutsy performance from Io Sky tonight.
You are absolutely right in your assessment. Take nothing away from Liv Morgan, who was at the top of her game tonight, but Io Sky was able to dig deep, and when it counted most, rip control of this match from the clutches of the Women's World Champion. First with the Spanish Fly, driving all of the wind out of Liv Morgan's body, and as Liv struggled to recover, the over the moonsault. 3 seconds later, it's time to take your throne, Io.
An emotional Io Sky tonight as she becomes queen of the ring, the crown being presented by SmackDown's general manager, Nick Aldis. Let's head up to Byron Saxton with the winner.
Io Sky, how does it feel to be the 2026 Queen of the Ring?
Yes, I am the queen!
Yeah, and there's and they're like satanic priests.
Sky has made her choice. She'll face Morgan 5 weeks at SummerSlam. Well, still to come tonight, the main event on the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. It's the triple threat match for the WWE Championship.
You're the golden boy, right?
Crossroads. Cody Rhodes retains the title.
Everything always comes up aces for Cody Rhodes.
I want justice for what happened to me at Clash in Italy. I intentionally put my foot.
Yeah, if you're praising Seth Rollins' selling abilities, yeah, I kind of take everything after that you say with a grain of salt.
You need to realize that the biggest threat to your championship might just be looking you in the eyes. Enough! Gunther, you're right. If you want to do this, a rematch for the WWE Championship, let's do it! Those of you did me wrong!
Cody, I tried to help you. And how did you repay me? You stuck me with crossroads from behind like a knife in my back.
Gunther from behind just shoved Cody into Sammy, and now the sleeper's in. Sammy Zayn is saving Cody Rhodes. Oh, Gunther just shoved Sammy into the crossfire.
Everything is set for your rematch with Cody next week. Or we're waiting for
So are we doing a video package for the WWE title match? If I think was it Braun and Seth up next?
The last real good guy. The referee for that match will be none other than Sami Zayn.
Crossroads is lined up. That was almost a
Yeah, that's true. She does not.
of Clash in Italy.
Like there's so other ways that she could play it up though.
Oh, he makes it to the rope.
Pretty much.
I was the fastest town in the history of wrestling, Sammy. What the hell were you thinking out there? I'm the official. I make the get out there. Get out there. We stop the match right now. And what's that? Ultra White? I can ask for anything. I am a good guy. I've been screwed up of being WWE champ twice. I am tired of killing it. There's only one solution. Night of Champions, triple threat. At Night of Champions, I will finally defeat Cody Rhodes and win what's rightfully mine. Because I stayed good, the universe has provided me this opportunity to redeem myself. You can ride or die with the last real good guy. I'm sorry that I have this, and that means you never will.
That main event is still to come tonight, but as we wrap things up here on ESPN, we invite you to head over to the ESPN app with the unlimited plan. You're going to see these 4 matches still to come here tonight, live from Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, at Night of Champions. And we're going to kick things off over on the ESPN app with the unlimited plan with Braun Breaker and Seth Rollins fighting their final chapter, locked inside the confines of that mighty steel cage. It's next at Night of Champions.
Fanatics Fest NYC is back and coming in hot. Game time, hit the shot and look down at my wrist just like it's game time. Know I'm in the field, keep on the main line. Stacked with WWE superstar appearances, too legendary to miss. Thursday, July 16th through Sunday, July 19th at the Javits Center. Tickets on sale now at fanaticsfest.com.
A huge weekend is coming up in New York City. Thursday, August 16th through Sunday, August 19th. Fanatics Fest returns to the Javits Center. It's actually July, folks. It's July 16th and July 19th. Photos, autos, live podcasts, exclusive merch, the biggest names across sports and entertainment. Head to fanaticsfest.com for tickets, talent info, photo and auto opportunities, and more. Again, Saturday, July 18th, Saturday night's main event returns to Madison Square Garden. Tickets are on sale now via Ticketmaster.
And Saturday night's main event, get this, Name on Canvas is back at MSG. Don't miss your chance to purchase your personalized piece of history from the world's greatest arena. Visit WWEshop.com and keep an eye out for more events being announced very soon.
And again, ladies and gentlemen, a reminder, that is July 16th and July 19th for Fanatics Fest, just a few weeks away. We're also 5 weeks away.
Get your name on the canvas, pal.
SummerSlam, the first weekend of August, and we now know the Queen of the Ring, Io Sky, will challenge Liv Morgan for the world title. Who is Oba Femi going to choose? Hello again, everybody. Ringside, Michael Cole and Corey Graves. It has been quite the night, and we've got some guests out here tonight.
No doubt about it. Can I get a +2 for SummerSlam? I want to bring my friends, the Arabic announce team, Faisal Mugaisib and Jude Aldajani.
يا اهلا وسهلا بكم كل جراوس ومايكل كول شكرا لك يا اهلا
فيصل وكلنا متحمسين مع كل الجمهور هنا في الرياض المملكه العربيه السعوديه. Let's go!
اجواء عظيمه والله حماس.
Well, we want to take a minute to send a very special thank you to Pitbull, Neo, and Afrojack for the hit single To the Moon, featuring DJ Buddha, the official theme song of Night of Champions, available now on all platforms.
The following contest is a steel cage match. Both competitors will be locked inside the cage. The only way to win is by pinfall, submission, or escaping through the cage door, or climbing over the top with both feet touching the floor.
The one gimmick about cage matches I've always hated is how are you like I thought it was stupid that you can win by going through the they actually have a referee open the door for you so you can walk out. Like that's always been so dumb to me. I'll never forget one time when I think it was Eddie versus Bradshaw. It was like the cage. It was the rematch for the in the cage for the WWE title, and it was like one of the gimmicks was like it was Eddie's stipulation. He got to pick it, and like they actually had like the story where the character of Eddie wanted the front of that front door locked.
It's about finally destroying his own creation, the final piece remaining in the vision that has been left standing before Seth freaking Rollins. Right now, Rollins staring into the abyss. This opportunity means so much to Seth. He's willing to risk his own physical well-being, his own career longevity, just to put the unpredictable badass down. When I spoke to Seth last week at Raw, he said, at Night of Champions, the world is going to find out a lot about who Seth Rollins truly is. And above all else, Seth Rollins is going to find out exactly who Seth freaking Rollins truly is.
Well, Seth loading up the ring with kendo sticks.
It's all perfectly legal.
And now,
what did you expect?
We might as well do it now before they lock the door. And this is how bitter this rivalry has become between these two men.
Rollins already introducing instruments of destruction.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. That makes sense then. That makes sense then.
Something tells me the architect has cooked up a master plan tonight.
Well, let's not forget, Seth Rollins isn't the only one who can use these weapons.
In fact, yeah, that was actually the psychology behind the Austin McMahon cage match. where Austin, he beat the shit out of Vince. He beat up Vince enough. That's right, I'm done. Stepping out. But then Vince threw up double birds. And then Austin went back in and go beat him up some more. And that's when Big Show made his debut.
For Seth Rollins, a recipe for destruction. And Mr. Rollins is going to sit and wait. From Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 250 pounds, representing division, Braun Breaker. And yes, Braun Breaker is entering the ring alone tonight. There is no Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman has been out after he was speared by Breaker through a barricade a number of weeks ago.
Not to mention Big Bronson Reed, who's out with an injury. Logan Paul, who was forbidden from traveling due to his recent torn triceps. And Austin Theory, who was knocked into next week, courtesy of brass knuckles by who? Seth freaking Rollins.
And that means that we will close the chapter, close the book on this rivalry in true one-on-one fashion tonight. And you saw the smile on the face of the unpredictable badass, Braun Breaker. That nasty dog is going to be locked inside a cage with Seth Rollins.
Does Dr. Frankenstein have the recipe to take down his own monster? That's the question tonight. And Braun Breaker looks like he's got a few toys of his own to introduce to the party.
And I like this out of Breaker. So he's not intimidated by Rollins. You want to play that game, Seth? I'll play it with you.
Braun Breaker may not have both oars in the water, but this young man doesn't know the meaning of the word fear. He is a genetic mutation. The future of this industry.
He's a weapon on his own, let alone needing these weapons. Seth Rollins in his career has been very successful in steel cage matches. He's 3-1 in his career inside a cage, including being involved in a Hell in a Cell match right here in Saudi Arabia. This is the first ever traditional steel cage match in this country. For Braun Breaker, he's been in one steel cage match in his young career. He won that matchup. So something's got to give tonight. The official, Dan Engler, locking the door. Rollins and Breaker now to settle things once and for all inside the 20-foot-tall steel cage.
Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. This ends now.
Two warriors staring across the line in the sand at one another.
What kind of man are you, Seth?
Rollins making it very clear there's going to be no escape tonight. This is going to be settled via pinfall or submission as Breaker and Rollins hammer away on one another.
Rollins momentarily gaining the upper hand before Breaker buries a knee in the midsection of the Architect.
This all began last October, the night after Seth Rollins won the Crown Jewel Championship in Perth, Australia, when Braun Breaker turned his back on the leader of the Visionary, Rollins.
Rollins able to put the brakes on, now looking to scale the cage.
A nice takedown of Braun Breaker. And Rollins understands, Corey, that he needs to brawl tonight to have a chance in this thing.
Rollins is completely aware of what he's dealing with. It's why Rollins invited Braun Breaker into the Vision in the first place, because Seth has a healthy respect for what this young man is capable of. Braun sees him at whoa! Seth sees Braun as the future of this game.
German suplex.
And again. And let's be perfectly honest, if Rollins wants to escape this cage in one piece, it has to be via strategy. He's got to have a plan, because when it comes to raw, smash mouth power, Seth knows he cannot match Braun Breaker.
And I do want to correct myself. This is actually the second steel cage match, Corey, in the history of this Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Brock Lesnar, Roman Reigns engaged in one a number of years ago. And Breaker now finding himself in control. Remember, Breaker cost Rollins a chance to beat Gunther at WrestleMania. Rollins would go on and beat Breaker at Backlash. I should say Breaker would go on and beat Rollins at Backlash. And then Rollins would win earlier this month.
The score yet to be settled. Rollins needs to figure out something quick. You can't be locked inside of a steel cage with someone as dangerous.
I'm sorry, this match is not doing much for me, and I'm a little bit kind of wrestled out. I am a little bit kind of wrestled out, especially after like that episode of Lunacy. Like, man, that's like what else is out there that can top that?
This could be the last stop on something of a redemption tour for Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins understands he burned every bridge there was to burn in the locker room. Rollins made plenty more enemies than friends, and he's had to atone for a lot of his past actions. Seth actually credited the Street Profits with helping him see the light, understanding the fault of his ways.
Well, and that the fact that he actually had some backup for a change, right?
That certainly didn't hurt.
And Breaker now measuring Rollins. Braun Breaker going to power Rollins up and just, slam it back first into the steel chair. Cover by Braun Breaker and a kick out. And this is something you got into a little bit with your interview with
Rollins. I can see that too.
Danger that he knew he was in tonight.
At least where I'm at, me personally, where I'm at mentally, it's just
Rollins has a lot of
I'm a little bit checked out.
Rollins has suffered and come back from some pretty catastrophic injuries. All it takes is one of those injuries to act up, or for Braun Breaker to exploit one of those perceived weaknesses and change the game for Rollins.
And now Seth trying to fight back. Remember, Rollins, a 6-time world champion, but he's been manhandled thus far by Braun Breaker, who launches Rollins face first into the steel. Breaker is so confident. The way he carries himself around the ring, nothing bothers him.
And I fully expect to see Seth try to get Breaker out of that mental comfort zone. Try to force Breaker to get angry. Try to use Braun's temper.
Yeah, the way he's been booked has been terrible.
And this time it's Rollins trying to send Breaker into the cage. Rollins follows it up with a right. Now Breaker with a knee right to the nose. Rollins retaliates. Breaker went for a leapfrog, and he ran into that power bomb by Rollins. Already, the toll of the cage coming into play in this matchup in front of over 18,000 tonight. Sold out. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the city that will host next year's WrestleMania. This is Night of Champions.
Hey, yo!
Not sure if the verbal tactics are going to work on a guy like Breaker.
One thing I've learned, as long as I have known Seth freaking Rollins, is never doubt the Architect's plan. Sometimes it takes a little longer than expected to unfold, but Seth will stay the course until he achieves the desired result.
Mr. No Monikers needed in the house, and three-time HMG Pick'em Challenge World Champion. Let me talk to you. What's up, Todd?
Breaker's able to turn Seth's lights out first.
And Seth, though, again, the resilience of a champion. Seth Rollins has been there, gone down deep his entire career, knows how to get it done when everything's on the line.
Yeah, I wonder what that gets them back to,
Breaker's
potentially.
still on his feet. Rollins now, full head of steam. And this one will take Breaker down. And Rollins starting to build momentum.
Oof, not look.
Seth certainly is at the moment. What stood out to me, Cole, was as Seth Rollins was hitting the ropes moments ago, he was favoring the small of his back already. That will not bode well for Rollins.
Sorry to hear that.
Oh, wow.
Kendo stick could help, though.
Just think about the months and months of anger and frustration coming out of the pores of Seth Rollins tonight. Into the cage goes Breaker.
Coast to coast, a scenic tour of the steel. And now it's Braun Breaker trapped between the ropes and the steel cage.
The architect in control.
Rollins ripping at the face of his opponent, Braun Breaker, now dribbling Braun's skull against the cage.
Oh, and Rollins again. And Breaker just collapses to the second rope and into the ring. What does it feel like to destroy your creation?
Can't answer that, Cole. Never created anything.
It was rhetorical.
Whoop, whoop.
And now Rollins looking to bring tables into play.
Problem with setting up a table inside of a steel cage is it takes a significant amount of time. While Rollins is building whatever exactly on the other side of the ring.
Here comes Breaker, went for a spear. Rollins felt him coming. That's 6 cents from Seth Rollins. And again, as Rollins said earlier, there's been no attempt at escape in this match yet, Corey. This is about a pound of flesh beating down your opponent.
This is a rivalry. This goes so much deeper than wins and losses. This is personal. This is about betrayal. It was Braun Breaker who initially drove the dagger into Rollins' back, ousting him from the vision, and Seth has not forgotten that moment.
And Rollins now looking to bury Breaker in a mound of chairs. Oh, Breaker, though. Breaker back to his feet. Rollins may find himself in trouble now.
Breaker flailing wildly. He caught Seth with one of the rights.
And the energy of this man, Braun Breaker. Intimidating as they come.
And Cole, a lot of times I would suggest Rollins take this. Is Seth fighting Braun?
Anything he can do. No disqualifications in this matchup.
Up
to the top rope. Frankensteiner
onto the steel chairs.
Braun into the cover.
Yeah, but did you count the max number? Did you count the max number?
Take another look at the agility of this freak athlete. Braun Breaker delivering the Frankensteiner, launching Rollins into the steel chairs. But the visionary with enough left to keep this one rolling.
One of the reasons we nicknamed him the unpredictable badass. You never know when Braun's down. You never know when he's out. Breaker is always in the fight. A tremendous
same here.
Of stamina for this massive man. Braun now top rope. Seth Rollins does not realize what's coming his way as he.
I don't think it's a stipulation, but I don't remember that being a stipulation, but
knocking Rollins out of the chair.
I mean, if Braun goes under, like what do they got left?
Take another look.
Right, yeah, exactly. There's like
Spectacular abilities of Braun
in
Breaker.
the trash bin, I guess.
3/4 of the way across the ring.
Crazy old man, you know that?
Legit, I have no idea where they go.
I'm gonna beat it out of you. I swear.
Honestly, I really, man, that's kind of a tough one.
Speaking my name. You're gonna die. You are gonna die.
Well, Rollins,
Yeah, that would probably be his best option.
Rollins caught
Go
in that steel
SmackDown.
chair.
Pretend like he was,
Seth with a target on his back, and luckily, Seth moves out of harm's way.
Hey, man.
Hey, what's up,
B?
beep, boop, boop?
That ended Rollins' career if Breaker had connected. But Seth now trying to chop down the powerhouse.
Well, Braun Breaker was right about one thing. Seth Rollins does not know how to quit. And now it's Breaker with a chair wrapped around his head. Rollins in position.
Give me WHCW, pal, the Waffle House Championship Wrestling.
Kick out. Rollins went for the stomp. Breaker hit the spear. Rollins kicks out. Breaker can't believe it.
Just when Rollins thought Braun Breaker was dead to rights, the unpredictable one delivers a spear from out of nowhere that nearly cut the visionary clean in half. And I've got to believe that if Braun Breaker had another step or two, a little bit more runway before impact on the spear, this one might be over.
Senior official Charles Robinson inside the cage. All he needs to do is count the pinfall or be there for the submission. Anything goes inside the cage. No one's tried to escape. This is about harming your opponent, putting them out of their misery, ending this rivalry.
Breaker now placing Seth Rollins on a table inside the ring.
Well, he's doing everything he can, Corey, to maim Rollins.
Whoop, whoop.
No. Oh, no. Braun to the top rope. Rollins laying prone on the table. And now perhaps Braun Breaker's going to escape and rub some salt in the wounds. And Seth Rollins trying to play defense. And now both men high above the cage.
Rollins joining Breaker up top is a matter of self-preservation.
Remember, you fall off that, both feet hit the floor, you're going to win the match. Precarious situation, dangerous situation for both of these men.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Breaker going to the eyes. Smart decision. Rollins is blinded.
Whoop, whoop.
And Rollins now down to the top rope. Trying to grab Breaker and prevent him from escaping.
Big Seth's going for the eyes again. Perfectly legal.
Well, doing everything he can. Self-preservation here. Oh, my goodness. Oh, no. Braun Breaker. Braun in a terrible position here.
No.
Rollins through the table with a superplex from the top of the cage. Breaker bleeding from the eye.
An absolutely desperate Seth Rollins hanging on for dear life, ripping.
Yeah, it took long enough. Thankfully, she didn't come another Emelina.
Through the table. But unfortunately for Seth, he didn't have enough energy in the moment to capitalize.
Both men are down. Breaker's been wounded, busted open. Seth Rollins now realizing this could be his chance, his opportunity. Breaker to his knees. Rollins Oh, he went for the stop and was intercepted again with a brutal clothesline.
Look at the crimson mask on this maniac.
A torpedo-like spear by Breaker. Rollins does not quit.
Breaker looking around almost for some semblance of reassurance after Braun was certain this one was over.
Well, I'm sure they do.
Full impact on the spear.
Oh, yeah, that's a hard. Oh, that's a nasty hard way cut. Damn. Right above the left eye. Damn.
And this is where the rest of the vision has proven so valuable. Having a Paul Heyman to calm the nerves of Braun Breaker, or an Austin Theory to let Braun know to keep putting in the work.
Breaker trying to figure out, what do I do now? How do I put Rollins away? I've tried everything in my arsenal. Now he says, now he wants to escape. Now Breaker goes to the door. He's got to get through the door. Both feet have to hit the floor. The official opens the door up. Rollins is in pursuit. Seth Rollins trying to prevent Breaker from the escape. Breaker's almost there. Braun Breaker trying to survive. Rollins not going to allow it to happen.
Come on, Breaker! Finish the fight! Finish it! Be a man! Who are you? Find out who you are!
Oh, and using the cage to his advantage as Rollins was barking in his ear.
Rollins imploring Braun Breaker.
Yeah, starts doing the Steiner Man promo.
Finish the fight. Will you just get that?
Oh!
Oh my God!
Went for the spear into the table. Rollins with a pedigree. And a stop. Cover. Breaker kicks out. Breaker kicks out. How the hell did Breaker kick out? Now it's Rollins who's demoralized. It's Rollins who's questioning himself. It's Rollins trying to figure out what he needs to do to put Breaker away.
Almost a look of disbelief washing over the face of Seth freaking Rollins. A pedigree and a stomp. Still not enough to keep Breaker down.
Braun trying to drag himself to his feet. Rollins again in position for a stop. And Braun begging off, and what is Seth doing?
That what?
Breaker looking for one last gasp.
Seriously?
By Rollins.
You had Breaker beg off.
Rollins finally puts Breaker in the vision behind him.
Here is your winner.
Wow.
Seth freaking Rollins.
You know, Corey, Seth Rollins has often asked the question,
Yep.
was Braun Breaker ready for this moment? I can say tonight, Braun Breaker indeed was. But at the end of the night, Seth Rollins with the win.
But Rollins himself, when he tells the tale, will recollect a trip to hell with Braun Breaker. From the top of the cage, a superplex. Still wasn't enough to keep Breaker down. The unpredictable badass fought his heart out and was certain victory was at hand after an epic spear to take down the visionary. But Seth Rollins would not be denied. Breaker got a bit overzealous. Rollins would capitalize. First with a pedigree, then immediately with a stomp that Breaker survived. So Rollins took it up a notch. avalanche style from the ropes, stomping Breaker's skull into the mat before putting the Vision in the Visionaries' rear view mirror.
And for Seth Rollins, he can now move on to whatever the next mountain is he wants to climb.
Yep, get me Braun low, pal.
Well, still to come tonight, that man, Sami Zayn, seeking his first world championship in 10 tries. Can he finally get it done tonight? A triple threat main event for the WWE Championship at Night of Champions. And coming up next, the charismatic, the extremely popular United States champion, Trick Williams, will defend the title against the absolute Ricky Saints. We're live in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for Night of Champions.
This summer, the world arrives. Guarantee your place at the FIFA World Cup when it comes to North America. Elevate every minute of match day and experience the very best of the beautiful game with a ticket-inclusive hospitality package. The countdown to kickoff is on.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. This is the capital city of Riyadh. And for the 10th time, a WWE premium live event has emanated from this beautiful city. I want to let everyone know that the Royal Rumble, of course, was in Riyadh. That was the kickoff to WrestleMania 42. And speaking of that, John Cena says goodbye. A fan favorite returns, and the next generation of superstars rise to the occasion.
Yeah, but you know they're going to try, though. You know they're going to try.
WWE's biggest season yet, heading into WrestleMania 42. WWE Unreal Season 3 premieres July 21st.
Intentionally or unintentionally.
Netflix.
This is the revolution.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. It is for the United States Championship. Introducing first, the challenger from New Orleans, Louisiana, weighing in at
Yeah, they definitely are.
210 pounds.
I agree with you on that.
Ricky Saints.
I've said this before. I've known Ricky Saints for a long time. He is a tremendous in-ring competitor. He will be champion one day. The problem is,
Yeah, it seems like whatever momentum they got from Double or Nothing, dead, gone.
Prevent this young man from reaching that goal at least tonight.
The ego, the confidence, the arrogance may be Ricky Saints' best tool, Michael Cole. There's a reason this man was a star around the world before he arrived in WWE. And Ricky told me earlier today, tonight, Night of Champions, Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, the entire WWE universe learns my name.
He beat Carmelo Hayes to earn this opportunity tonight. And now he looks to win the United States Championship.
Listen, in Ricky's first chance to become NXT North
Yeah,
American
I did not like
champion,
that match.
He did it. His first shot at the NXT title, won that. What's stopping Saints from repeating history tonight?
His first PLE, his first title match as a part of SmackDown.
Trick Oba one and a not Trick. Oba J 1.5 out of 5. Io and Liv 2 out of 5. Cage match 3 out of 5. That was Rollins and Breaker.
The United States champion.
Yeah, 3 out of 5.
So let me ask you this, Michael Cole. You got an issue with the attitude of Ricky Saints, but Trick Williams, deservedly so, has got an ego as big as Saudi Arabia itself. But you don't have a problem with this guy.
Well, because in any language, it's still whoop that trick.
I know you're a big hip-hop guy. I'm sure you've seen Hustle and Flow. You know the origin of it all, I'm certain, right?
Lil Yachty's my guy. You saw us hanging out earlier today.
Terrible finish.
Is that how you hang out with Lil Yachty, like being carried away by his entourage?
The charismatic
Terrible,
United
terrible
States
finish.
champion, Trick
But yeah, now,
Williams.
in fact, actually, I'm going to drop that down to a 2. Yeah, that finish dropped it to a
Man is
2.
Star, no matter where he goes, it is undeniable. When you talk about the it factor, Trick Williams is dripping with it.
Here's a very important stat, though, Corey. Trick Williams has never beat Ricky Saints. Saints is undefeated against Trick Williams. And one of those matches he won was a last man standing match. Now, of course, that
I don't mind a pin in a cage if you tell a good story of just 2 dudes beating the shit out of each other.
Trick Williams' head tonight. It better not be, but I assure you, it's in the front of Ricky Saints' mind because Ricky is going to rely on what got him past Trick in the past. Ricky's going to utilize that same playbook, perhaps update it slightly as needed, but Saints is feeling supremely confident tonight and may leave Riyadh with the United States gold.
And here we go. Ricky Saints wastes a little time. Bell rings. We're underway. Great strategy by Saints. Trick Williams isn't even out of his entrance jacket yet.
Smart strategy by the challenger who is hungry.
Oh, but Williams will take Saints down. And Trick Williams ready to rock.
Trick able to weather the early storm of his challenger. Now some serious knife-edge chops from the champion, rocking Saints back into the corner.
Ricky Saints stole the absolute one. Sidesteps Trick Williams. If you're Saints, how do you win the title?
Stick with what you know. When it comes down to it, Saints does have a distinct experience advantage over Trick Williams. Ooh, Trick may be the flashier of the two. Trick may have the WWE fans behind him, but Saints doesn't care about that. Saints can be downright methodical, even devious when the situation calls for it.
And listen, Ricky knows better not to get caught up in that flash that he did moments ago when it comes to Trick Williams. And now Williams stomping away on Ricky Saints.
Saints would love to avoid being stomped out by the Lemon Pepper Steppers. Is there any truth to the fact that Yachty gifted you a pair, Cole?
All the time.
Sure, you look like Pee Wee Herman dancing on the bar to tequila.
I can't walk him. And now Trick looked like he was going for the trick shot right out of the box. And Ricky Saints decides he wants a little breather.
These are mind games, Cole. If you've known Saints as long as you claim to it, you'd realize that's exactly what Ricky's doing here.
Oh, and look at now, grabbing that wrapped up kendo stick, that little Yachty, or is that cane?
Yeah, whatever it was they had like the last couple months is gone.
That's a bad call.
Yeah, that's a good point, Dan.
Ricky Saints, a little bit of lying, cheating, and stealing there. And little Yachty's going to have to go back to the locker room. The official thought that Yachty used that stick on Ricky Saints.
Here comes Saints to capitalize.
Yeah, Saints trying to take advantage over Trick Williams being upset that Yachty's got to go back to the locker room. And now driving Williams, spine first back into the barricade. Driving Williams, shoulder first to the steps. And this is what Saints needed.
You're absolutely right. We need to see the most aggressive Ricky Saints we have seen in his WWE tenure thus far. If he wants to leave Riyadh with the title, this is what it's going to take.
And Saints, an elbow and then a knee to the spine, working on the lower back of Trick Williams. And now Ricky Saints mounts and will pound away on Williams. What you saw earlier is the cerebral side of Ricky Saints. Man is so smart, great in-ring IQ, and it helped him there moments ago.
And it's unfortunate for Lil Yachty. He made the trip all the way here to Saudi Arabia and didn't even get to stay for the match. But This is what you're dealing with when it comes to Ricky Saints. Not only is this man a natural in the ring, he moves with incredible fluidity. Saints, to your point a moment ago, very, very cerebral. Ricky Saints, one of the smartest athletes in the game.
And he realized he had to do something to get Williams off his game so Saints could get the upper hand. And Ricky Saints has done just that. And he's created an opportunity, and now Saints is taking over. Ricky into the cover. Again, the United States Championship is on the line in this one. Saints hoping to keep his unblemished record against Williams.
It was a genius-level tactic getting little Yachty bounced from ringside. Well done, Ricky Saints, because it forced Trick Williams to take his focus off of the task at hand. Trick no doubt entered this matchup with a game plan, but that game plan went out the window when Yachty was forced to take a hike.
And Ricky now going to send Williams into the corner. Ricky follows it up with an uppercut. And Saints to the second rope. And look at this. Saints showing off. And this is what I'm talking about, Corey. Ricky's got to be careful. He can't be playing games out here with the likes of Williams.
I agree with you, Cole, but in certain instances, you've got to understand it. That was Ricky's way of establishing dominance.
He's posing here. Why did he go into the cover after that move on Williams?
Because Ricky's not ready to. Ricky acts when Ricky's ready to act. Again, this isn't Ricky's first time in a ring. This isn't Ricky's first time in a high-stakes matchup.
And Saints now launch, up over the top, sunset flip, shoulders down. Williams kicks it too. And Ricky Saints has been a step ahead of Trick Williams. Cover again by Saints for the title and a kick out by the champ.
Hang on, check 1, 2.
And Saints is going to make sure he doesn't get frustrated here.
I think we're seeing the exact opposite.
I guess mute button doesn't work anymore. All right.
To frustration, we are seeing Ricky executing his game plan.
So apologies for the chewing and the burping. I apologize.
And taking his time. That sort of patience in the middle of a fight takes years to learn, if ever.
And Saints has targeted the lower back of Trick Williams. And the attack is weakening Williams as we speak.
And it's a classic strategy. You attack the lower back of your opponent because it affects quite literally every aspect of their offensive game.
That snap suplex by Saints, and Trick Williams now breathing heavily, been physically assaulted by Saints. And again, it all turned around when Saints used that ingenious move to get Yachty kicked out of here. That changed the mindset of everything. It changed the momentum of everything.
What was that word you just used to describe?
I think they're trying to be more like.
No, after that,
I think the ideas are trying to make it sound like more like they're analysts.
Trick digging deep.
But even then, like, an analyst would be like, that's against the rules. That's cheating.
And now both men trying to regroup here. Critical moment in the match for the Men's United States Championship.
Trick trying to after the attack to his lower back. And now Trick has his feet under him. This is what Ricky wanted to avoid.
And Trick starting to rally a bit.
No wonder he needed Vince McMahon in his headset all the time.
Williams caught him with that big spin kick. And yet another one.
And this is what Ricky Saints wanted to avoid. Letting Trick get on a roll.
Kip up by Williams.
Trick Williams. Oh! Just flattened Ricky. What's Trick thinking here? Oh, very unique.
Little bookend. Cover. Paid homage to one of his idols, the Hall of Famer Booker T.
Let's take a look at this. Williams flexing a little power, ripping Saints off of the mat before driving him through it.
Trick Williams, who says he was inspired by the late, great Muhammad Ali. And, of course, Booker T. Going to take advantage from the second rope clothesline will knock Williams down. Saints looking for something big. That could do it. We may have a new champion.
Oh,
Neckbreaker. Cover. Williams stays alive. Very unique offense being employed by the challenger, Ricky Saints. Very effective.
Yep, DOA, pal.
Enough to get the job done. This is where the patience of Ricky Saints is so valuable. He's not in a rush. He understands that Trick is hurt. Ricky off the back body drop. Was he looking for Shambo there? Potentially. And it may have been a case of Trick blocking it in some way, shape, or form. And Rick corks a right that drops the champ. Oh, Capoeira kick by Williams. And a neck breaker by Trick. Stacks him up. Kick out by Saints. These two men, the future of WWE, before our eyes tonight, battling it out for the United States Championship. You'll get no argument from me, Michael Cole.
Give me Bronlow, pal.
The future is bright. The Trick now thinking about ending this United States title defense, exposing the need for the trick shot. Nobody home, got caught up in the corner. Ricky Saints looks to take advantage. And there is Saints with that revolution, tornado, DDT. From the top, the elbow, the cover. His left shoulder off of the canvas. And now the frustration on the face of the challenger is understandable. Yeah, Trick Williams just doing a tremendous job staying in this fight after what has been an assault for much of this matchup by Saints. Trick back to his feet. Got Ricky hooked. Another great counter by Saints. The knee to Trick. Saints looking for the revolution yet again. Williams able to send him the other way. And Trick now with the momentum. And a bang! Shot! Cover! Williams retains!
Here is your winner, and still United States Champion, Trick Williams!
Trick Williams.
Yeah, very, very likely. We got a long night tomorrow, boys.
Tonight, when you hold gold in WWE, you are going to be put to the test, and that's exactly what happened to Trick Williams tonight. Ricky Saints put up one hell of a fight, but in the end, Trick was able to overcome with a thunderous boom trick shot to put down Saints for 3. Trick Williams is the genuine article. The real deal. As Booker T himself used to say, Trick Williams is that man. Ricky Saints disappointed tonight. He'll become a champion one day. I guess he's not done. I guess he's going to be a sore sport. Saints back in the ring. Oh, Yanni's back. Little Yanni. And now Williams and Little Yanni teeing off on Ricky Saints. What? I think Mr. Saints is about to receive a receipt. Little Yanni's not going to try this. Oh, he's trying. Little Yanni. With a people's elbow.
Yeah, they're not doing anything to like draw new fans or get any buzz or attention to them.
With a yacht drop. A yacht drop. I was going to go with the people's elbow for Lil Boat. But you clearly did your homework. How many times you listened to that on repeat on the way here? In the gym this morning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow night, history is made. It is the first NXT Premium Live event on the CW. It gets underway at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Lola Vice defends the NXT Women's title against Kendall Gray, Tony D'Angelo, and Araku for the NXT Men's Championship tomorrow night. Well, there is the ring general, the career killer, Gunther, looking for his 3rd world championship. He's in our main event, a triple threat match for the undisputed WWE Championship. But coming up next, a rivalry renewed. The Storm, Jade Cargill, wants more gold to wrap around her waist. For the woman standing in her way, the United States champion, Tiffany Stratton. Is it Tiffy time here tonight in Riyadh? It's for the U.S. title. Tiffany and Jade next.
All right, so while they're doing entrances and whatnot, I'm going to take a quick piss break, grab a couple sodas, be right back. Whoop, whoop.
Is WrestleMania. We know what it means to our country, but what could it mean to a kingdom?
And to be fair, Ricky Saints also has, like, he's been in the business at least 15 years. At least 15 years. Like, he's got the time and the reps. And, you know.
So incredible, it would need to be experienced to be believed.
And the man who has main evented more WrestleManias than anyone in history, the OTC, the world champ, Roman Reigns returns to Raw Monday in Atlantic City. A special start time of 6 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States, 3 on the West Coast. Roman Reigns will be at Raw Live. The question is, who's Obed Femi going to choose to meet at SummerSlam?
Ooh, how about
and congratulations to the
how about
NBA
tomorrow by
World
Silverchair?
Champions, the New York Knicks, the Finals MVP. Huge WWE fan, Jalen Brunson, who was acknowledged by the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns when he delivered this New York Knicks title belt. Congratulations to the Knicks.
A storm is coming.
The storm has come. And she wants the United States Championship.
Yeah, tomorrow. It's got a pretty good like an intro and riff to it.
To Atlanta with a special edition Sunday night's main event.
And I think I'm probably going to pass on doing a AAA. I'll watch along tonight. I'm legit just wrestled out. And knowing like AEW's tomorrow. Yeah, I gotta throw the flag down.
On the line. Will Jade Cargill fare any better as challenger than Ricky Saints did?
Like, yeah, timeout on wrestling for a bit. Okay, cool.
Again, these two men in a number of matches, both singles and tag teams, late last year. Two of the highlights, Corey, SummerSlam. The night that Tiffany
I'd give it a 2.5. 2.5 out of 5.
Against Jade Cargill, who was then the reigning queen of the ring. But
Like,
early November, Saturday night's main event.
Could we have not seen that match on SmackDown?
The night that she
Like, could that not have been a SmackDown match?
title reign for Tiffany Stratton when Jade became the WWE champion. That night is still very.
I'm not saying it was bad. I'm not saying you guys didn't work hard, but you know, that could have been on an episode of SmackDown.
Jade feels like she's already done the research. She's put in the work. Tonight, it's just time to cash in and go home with the United States Championship. It's going to be an interesting contrast of styles in this one. Cargill, no doubt, with the power advantage. Tiffany Stratton, the aerial ability could be her best bet. And a basement drop kick by Tiffany Stratton to start things off in this matchup for the United States Championship. And Tiffany Stratton, sweet move, takes down Jade into a pinning combination and a kick out. Uh-oh, caught in the clutches of the storm. Looking for a choke slam, and Tiffany standing switch by Jade. And Stratton runs into a right hand. If you're Tiffany, how do you, look at this. Lifting Tiffany up. And Stratton landed on her feet. It looked like a Jade was going for that.
Here's like one of these weird things that it just kind of is. For some reason, Jade and Tiffany have good chemistry with each other.
Retain the goal. Caught by Jade. Stay away from her power, right? Exactly.
Like some of Jade's best matches in WWE have been with Tiffany. Like they seem to click for some reason.
And the onus is actually on Tiffany Stratton tonight to throw Jade Cargill off of her game. Jade is a Terminator in a sense that she knows what she wants to do, and she has the physical ability to just do it. She doesn't necessarily have the timing. She doesn't have the nuance of a lot of superstars. She just has raw physical ability. Just like that, the sit-out powerbomb. Cover now on Stratton, who kicks out. Stratton's going to want to rely a little bit more on her technique, on her aerial abilities. Show Jade something that perhaps Jade hasn't seen before. And remember, unlike what we're going to see in a few moments in our main event, Tiffany has a champion's advantage in this match. Jade has to pin her or submit her to win the title. Countouts, disqualifications don't matter. I'm sure Cargill is fully aware of that scenario. And this is smart. This is a good pace for Jade Cargill. She's not going to get ahead of herself. But let's be honest, Stratton, while lacking a great deal of experience in her own right, still has an advantage over Jade Cargill.
Hey, yo!
Stratton's had a lot more
Welcome back, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Jade's sticking to what she needs to do, what she's comfortable doing, and it's working out very well so far. Tiffany Stratton, who won the gold back at the end of April by defeating Julia. And now Jade Cargill showing off push-ups in the face of the champ.
Whoop, whoop.
What does that do to you psychologically when you're watching that?
It crushes you to be physically beaten down and have your opponent doing push-ups to mock you.
Dude, no joke, for
and here it is.
a solid year, like I used Pure Master as my entrance theme.
Take a look at this. Cargill ripping Tiffany Stratton out of midair, driving her down with that spinning sidewalk slam.
We've talked about this a lot, Corey, but it is so much fun to watch the maturation process of Cargill in the ring over the past year.
I agree. And I think going back to WrestleMania against Rhea Ripley, even though Cargill lost the WWE.
Yeah, I know how crazy it was. Like, international stars
from start to finish.
as teenagers.
Actually be a good thing for a superstar's career.
First 3 albums were released before they were 20. That's nuts.
Cargill. You're not going to outpower Jade. You got to outsmart her in this matchup.
Although even in the wake of WrestleMania, Jade Cargill still refused to acknowledge that Rhea defeated her. Jade claims she defeated herself.
And now Tiffany. And
nice drop kick creates a little separation.
And Tiffany Stratton driving Cargill to the corner. And now Tiffany with an opportunity.
I'm not entirely certain, but I think the knee of Cargill might have knocked the tooth loose from the champion.
And Jade just catching
Tiffany. Here it comes.
Here we go. Tiffany, though, reverses Jaded. And there's a basement drop kick by Stratton. Cover now. Hook to the leg on Cargill. And a kick out by Jaded, too.
Whoop, whoop.
You see some frustration at the moment on the face of the champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Is this the pace?
Nice. Whoop, whoop.
From Jade Cargill, yes. I know Tiffany Stratton would feel a little more comfortable pushing the pace just a hair, but this is exactly where Cargill wants it. Again, Tiffany wanted that unique way to get into the Alabama Slam. And
this time, Jade, though, sent into the top turnbuckle.
And kudos to Cargill for utilizing her power to thwart Stratton's attempt for the moment.
And a rolling senton by Tiffany puts Jade in position for Tiffany's. Oh, she got the knees up. Prettiest moonsault ever, but Jade able to counter.
Cargill had it scouted.
Oh, and turning things around. Here is the cover. Is it enough? Sandstorm almost put her away.
This is where Jade Cargill can't allow herself to become frustrated. She's in the driver's seat at the moment, but that can easily change if she gets overconfident or relents for even a moment.
And Tiffany, though, again, another great counter by Stratton.
Big right from Stratton, and the champ building up steam.
Cargill, though, catches her midair, up on her shoulder. Tiffany,
Crucifix driver takes down Cargill.
Now the shoulders are down. The official, Daphne LaShawn, in perfect position there.
And Jade is so strong that even on the way down, she was able to break her own fall. She was able to mitigate the momentum. And you can see Stratton had trouble finishing the pinfall attempt. That could be the only reason this match is still rolling.
I'm extremely impressed with Stratton.
It's been a pretty decent match so far.
He's had a counter for just about everything from Cargill.
Look
at this B-Fab out here.
Yeah, I agree with you, Todd. Like, it's really lost its, it kind of has lost its novelty.
And now Jade looking to take advantage with a choke slam for the championship. Tiffany got the shoulder up.
B-Fab now drawing our officials' attention yet again. Chelsea Green!
Chelsea's here. Chelsea coming to the aid of Tiffany. Driving Beachin into the steps.
Give me Chelsea Green, pal.
Oh, it's B-Fab into the
With flowers in her hair, Deucey.
Chelsea Green from under the ring.
Chelsea knows all about how much that piece of gold means. Former United States champion.
Oh, look at Tiffany from behind, rolling up Cargill here. Jade kicks out. Pump kick. And now Jade's going to get her some of Chelsea. Dragging Chelsea into the ring, sends her to the corner.
Cargill's fury getting the best of her.
And now Now Jade, look at Houston. No, Charlotte Flair. And the title off the face of Cargill. Tiffany Stratton in position to take advantage. Prettiest moonsault ever. Tiffany retains. Charlotte cost Jade the title.
Here is your winner and Women's United States Champion, Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton retains with a little help from Chelsea Green and the queen herself, Charlotte Flair. Here we see the arrival of Meechin and BFAT taking our officials' attention for the moment, long enough for Jade to deliver a chokeslam. Tiffany Stratton would survive. On using it to her advantage, but enter Charlotte Flair, the same Charlotte Flair who was attacked several weeks ago by Cargill and her baddies. Title shot off the dome, prettiest moonsault ever.
I hope they don't do that.
Still, it's Tiffany.
Although it does seem being like laid on a little thick, it seems like it's supposed to be green turning on Tiffy. Like, it's all a ruse, I was playing the whole time, ha 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 ha. Which I hope they don't do that. I really don't. The correct turn, if they're going to turn anybody, it should be Tiffy turning on Chelsea. As you're saying, I was using you the whole time. Or come up with something. But find some way for Tiffy to stab the fuck over Chelsea.
Well, he's the current undisputed WWE.
To kind of fix that alignment.
But he has no champion.
Because Tiffy should be a heel. Chelsea should be a babyface.
A triple threat match for the
Perfect opportunity right there to
and Sammy, it's next.
To like fix that alignment.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the biggest event of the summer, and it takes place 5 weeks from tonight because SummerSlam's coming to U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota, August 1st and 2nd. Now, the card is starting to roll into shape. We know the King of the Ring winner, Oba Femi, still has to choose what champion he's going to face at SummerSlam. But Corey, Liv Morgan suffered the curse of Danhausen tonight. The 2026 Queen of the Ring, Io Sky, has chosen her champion. And Io will challenge Liv Morgan for the Women's World Championship in Minnesota at SummerSlam. And, of course, we're getting set in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, for what's going to happen early next year. It is WrestleMania 43, live from the capital city of Saudi Arabia, Riyadh. Well, you know, we talked about the winners of the King and the Queen of the Ring tournament. How did our Arabic colleagues call these matches? Take a listen.
جبارة من اي سكاي الان مع اي سكاي اوفر ذا مون سول جبارة قاضية ذهبية ملكية حبيبي ملكية.
Here is your winner, the 2026 Queen of the Ring, Io Sky.
وصل سبلاش كل شيء وارد. اشتغل النيجر سوبر ابر كات فول فروم grace. سوي وسط الحلبة وتكبير واحد اثنين.
So we're seeing a recap of the rest from the show. The King and the who are like King and Queen. Okay.
The ring, Joe Tessitore, Peter Rosenberg, and Big E with you as we're getting set for the post show of Night of Champions. But real quick, what'd you think of Obafemi today?
Obafemi is exactly who you think he is. He is everything he says he is. This man is a dominant force in WWE.
On the post show, we will also hear from Seth Rollins after his victory in the steel cage match over Braun Breaker. That was a thriller.
We talked about this all week. Who needed the win more? How big was this for Seth Rollins? He needed a signature win. He got one in Riyadh tonight.
Plus, we will hear from the winner of the championship triple threat match. It comes your way after the main event right here on the ESPN app. Join us for the post show. Thanks, Joe and company. We'll see you guys on the post show right after this, which is our main event. Sami Zayn, who is a proud Muslim, and it has been a love affair every time this man comes to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia.
It's safe to say here in the Kingdom, Michael Cole, Sami Zayn is still the last real good guy.
Yeah, this is a little bit sickening right here.
And now the joy comes to an end.
Speak for yourself.
The ring general, the career killer, Gunther, looking to win a third world championship tonight. Gunther has changed a bit over the past few months. He's whining much more. He's hiding behind attorneys. But one thing has not changed. This man is a deadly weapon.
No doubt about it. A man who believes that the wrestling mat is sacred. And yes, I agree, Cole. We've seen a different side of Gunther recently, but there is certainly a level of legitimacy to the ring general's gripes. Back in Clash in Italy, a match you and I called, Cody Rhodes retained his WWE Championship in very controversial fashion.
And what about what Sami Zayn did when he was a special guest referee?
Exactly. You have to understand why Gunther has had to resort to lawyers.
etc., etc. Do you think Gunther's looking at Sami Zayn as an afterthought tonight?
Yes, I do. Gunther has stated that publicly. He called Sami Zayn a non-factor in this matchup. But Gunther, of all people, knows all too well what Zayn's capable of when his back's against the wall.
WrestleMania. Tonight, Zayn ended the 666-day reign as Intercontinental Champion.
I would hope. I'm hoping Cody. Sip it on down, pass it around and sip it on down.
Let's head up to our ring announcer.
Gunther's right now. Gunther is damaged goods, and while the title would help elevate him, at least would help him not, repair some of that damage. He honestly, it would be better for Cody to go off somewhere. Better with him and go in a completely different direction and leave this whole thing in the past.
First, from Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 212 pounds, Sami Zayn! From Vienna, Austria.
That's a good point, Lab Rat. Whoop, whoop.
250. And their opponent from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing in at 222 pounds. He is the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes!
This is a triple threat match where the champion does not have to be involved in the decision to lose the title. First man to gain pinfall or submission will be WWE Champ. The official in this matchup is Dan England. Remember, no disqualifications or countouts here tonight. And there is so much to break down in this match, and I'll start with Sami Zayn. This is his 10th opportunity at a world championship. He's never held one in his career. In fact, here in Riyadh, back at the Royal Rumble, Sami Zayn lost an opportunity at the title. And many believe, Corey, that was the night that this downward spiral began for Zayn.
Sami Zayn feels at times he's competing on borrowed time, understanding the championship opportunities are incredibly hard to come by in this game. If he fails on his 10th attempt, that might be it for Sami Zayn.
It's been a rough year for Zayn. Remember, he only held the United States Championship for 22 days before losing at WrestleMania.
What an atmosphere in here.
And here we go, and Gunther goes right after Sami Zayn to take out the man he called the non-factor. And now Cody Rhodes and Gunther go at it. Rhodes owns a number of victories over Gunther, not just recently, but back in Saudi Arabia, 2024, when he beat Gunther for the Crown Jewel Championship. Now Gunther sent over the top rope by Zayn. Sami Zayn, decidedly the favorite by this capacity crowd of 18,000 plus tonight.
Don't underestimate the crowd's support for the American Nightmare. Cody Rhodes was cheered just about as loudly as Sami Zayn.
Collar and elbow tie up, and Cody Rhodes now with a side headlock on Zayn. An opportunity for both these men to keep this a one-on-one matchup with Gunther out of the match, at least momentarily. Another cover by Cody and a kick out by Sami. And Cody dropped down, and there's the big right.
It's a great strategy for any competitor in this matchup to always try to neutralize the third, whomever that may be. Make this as close to a one-on-one contest as possible. That said, it's incredibly difficult. So on the other side of the coin, if you are the odd man out, to use a phrase our good friend JBL utilizes, hang around the rim. Be ready to capitalize on any opportunity because they may be few and far between in this match.
It is a big fight feel here tonight for the undisputed WWE Championship. Leapfrog by Rhodes. Gunther now gets involved again. And the man that Cody Rhodes labeled a mosquito, Sami Zayn, taken out again by Gunther. And now Cody Rhodes fighting back against the man known as a career killer, Gunther, the man who ended AJ Styles' career here in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia, back at the Rumble. The man who ended John Cena and Goldberg's career as well. And tonight looks to wrestle away a third world championship.
Notice how cool, calm, and collected the ring general is at the moment. Gunther is locked in for the long haul.
Before Ova's win tonight, these two men, Gunther and Cody, were the last two kings of the ring. Cody in 2024, Gunther last year. And now Sami Zayn from behind, getting back in the fight. And Zayn just will not go away.
I know Cody might have compared Sami to a mosquito, and I can't believe I'm using this as a compliment. Closer to a cockroach, in that the man knows how to survive.
The cucaracha!
Yeah, but has this obsession with champion finally gotten to him? The world championship. And as he whipped into the corner goes Rhodes. And now Gunther in that zone. The zone where he wants to maim. The zone where he wants to cripple. The zone where he wants to take out Rhodes.
Gunther bathing in the disdain of this Saudi Arabian crowd tonight. The ring general,
he just doesn't care.
Unbothered.
He doesn't give a damn. Doesn't care what anybody thinks about it. It's about money and gold for Gunther. That's all it's about. It's about being the best wrestler in the world. And a chop drives the champion to the canvas. Covered out by Gunther Cody at one.
And remember, just moments ago, Rhodes was driven sternum first into the top turnbuckle. Gunther immediately following with one of his epic chops. It's a smart strategy.
Sami with an elbow, looking to fight back here. Sami Zayn runs into a chop by Gunther. I was just about to say, despite what you think of his actions recently, Sami Zayn has got heart. He's got tremendous resilience. He's built his career.
Yeah, he's been fumbled so bad. So bad for so long. That just, yeah, like you said, a good 6 to 8 months of just him being dominant.
It is Sami Zayn. He's made a career off of it. That said,
makes you forget about, you know, how they fucked him up.
Greatest sports entertainer in the world.
Cody realized what was at stake here.
Yeah,
he didn't care. He said, bring me Gunther. Bring me Sami Zayn. Make it a triple threat.
And no one thrives on pressure quite like the American Nightmare. Up and over goes Rhodes.
Gunther runs into a power slam by Cody. And now Sami into the fray. Cody caught him. Covered by the champ. Sami's still in it.
Take a look at this exchange. Rhodes able to whip Gunther over with a power slam, and then following with a side effect to Sami Zayn. And the champion in control for the moment.
And here's Gunther now. Cody able to duck underneath it. That's a double. Cody, cutter. Cody looks good tonight.
Sure does. And
suicide dive by Rhodes. And Cody's got Gunther a bit out of sorts here.
We talk so frequently about the importance of strategy.
For the sunset flip, Gunther trying to hang on. Does it. Pinning combination. Kick out at 2.
Rhodes is no exception when it comes to planning the game for a match.
And Gunther, though, went for that power.
Talking about Gunther.
Bomb. Cody from behind.
Talking about Gunther.
Rhodes. Gunther into a snapmare. Hooks Cody up. Power bomb to Rhodes. Stacks him up. Isn't enough. Sami Zayn saves the matchup for himself.
For himself being the operative word, Cole, because Sami realizes that even though he may not be involved in the fall, his biggest opportunity could very well go up in smoke. This is what I'm talking about when it comes to hanging around the rim, being ready for anything.
We mentioned Gunther and what he did to Styles back at the Rumble. Driven into the steps by Sami. And Sami showing a little bit of aggressiveness here tonight.
Nice.
I compared Sami to Wemby, the center of the San Antonio Spurs. I called him entitled. I called him delusional and spoiled. Do you look at that with Sami Zayn? Went for the Blue Thunder Bomb.
Cody able to counter it, firing off a series of lefts.
Oh, Sami caught him. Blue Thunder Bomb. Zayn's got a chance. Cody kicks out.
And to answer your question and your comparison between Sami Zayn and in all of his actions.
Hey, what's up, Nelson? Woo woo.
Is irrelevant to Zayn.
See, we were at the we're at the full. I think it's a full playthrough. We are at the 2 hour with no commercials, 2 hour, 22-minute, and 20-second mark.
Looking for a haluva kick and Gunther again. Oh no!
No countouts, no disqualifications under triple threat rules.
It may be a while before we see Sami again.
Oh.
It's interesting. Gunther keeps flinging Sami out of the ring because he wants to pin the champion to win the title tonight.
And that's what it all boils down to, Gunther believing that the mat is sacred. He is still very old school in his mentality. If you want to call yourself the champion, you want to beat the champion. Make it undeniable.
Yeah, but there's so many whispers out there that Gunther can't beat Cody, and that sticks with Gunther. And he wants to make sure the world knows he can do it tonight.
You're absolutely right again. Gunther now with a front face lock applied to the American Nightmare. Not much real estate to...
Gunther looking to hook Cody here. Cody up on the top rope, trying to block. He does, drops Gunther to the mat. And what does Rhodes do now? Uh-oh, Gunther caught him. Waist lock now applied. Cody turns it around. Rhodes, crossroads to Gunther. Cody to retain. Up to the... Zayn pulls out the official, completely legal. And these two men, who were once the closest of friends, now fighting it for the biggest prize in the business. disaster kick. Sammy rolled out of harm's way. And Sammy, brainbuster! Cover! And Gunther with a splash breaks things up. And now Gunther's opportunity with a power bomb to Sammy. Power bomb to Cody into Zayn. This Terminator-like Gunther. Sammy, wow! For the win, for the title. Gunther kicks out at 2.5. What a move by Sammy.
Take a look at the dominance of the ring general, power bombing the champion onto the other challenger, Sami Zayn. A little insurance was what the goal was, but Sami Zayn flips the script and nearly upset Gunther to become WWE champion.
This is for the undisputed WWE Championship. Rhodes the champion, Zayn and Gunther the challengers. Triple threat rules tonight.
And now it's the American
Oh, my bad. Okay, it's about we got about
Rhodes has been neutralized. His
about 12 and a half minutes left.
I guarantee you, the king of the ring, Obafemi, watching this matchup closely. He has a decision to make: WWE champion or world champion. Zayn heading to the top rope. Gunther to his feet. Sammy's got to roll through. And Gunther misses, gets hung up in the corner. Sammy's got an opportunity. Sammy's got an opportunity here. Sammy, Haluma kick. Sammy's gonna do it. Oh, Cody Rhodes pulls the official out. Turnabout is fair play.
Desperate times call for desperate measures. And Rhodes realized he was a fraction of a second away from losing his title.
And to Sami Zayn, did it just flash in front of his eyes that may have been his only chance, his last chance at winning the title. And now Sami going to take the fight to Cody out here. And a very frustrated Sami Zayn after he thought he had him beat. And Cody now ripping apart our announce table.
Rhodes doing a little redecorating with malice in mind. But Zayn from behind thwarts whatever Cody was trying to cook up.
And now Cody.
One choice.
Zayn now going to clear the Arabic announce table.
Honestly, if it were me, I'd go with I would do a thing where I would actually have Oba go after Roman. Then he gets beat like the bloodline. It ends up becoming like the numbers game. The bloodline beats him. And then that's when Brock comes in as basically like Oba's, as like it's Rocky 3 Apollo. It's like he's Apollo Creed to Oba's Rocky.
Sammy wants a package pile driver.
As far as Cody goes, that's tough.
Rhodes fighting back. Cody with a shot.
There aren't any real credible heel challengers right now for him.
Zayn is down. Sami Zayn sent crashing through our announce desk by a desperate American nightmare. Sami Zayn sent crashing through our announce desk. It's tough to tell what he was planning. Still got our audio here. Michael Cole's headset is out. Trying to get this one.
That actually is where I would go. I would go Punk. Yeah, Punk would be the next best option.
Of the ring general, and Gunther gonna follow suit. Rhodes onto the announce table. And a second. Gunther trying to drag a lifeless American nightmare back to the center of the ring. Sleeper hold. The sleeper hold is in.
That was all right.
Starting to fade. That's it.
Sammy's fading.
You know, stressful as usual, having to deal with an absolute clown show with customers and co-workers and.
Sami Zayn has not moved since being driven through our announce table. And somehow, Rhodes finding the strength to fight his way up.
Gunther still got it locked in, though. The sleeper is still locked in. But now, Cody Rhodes creates some space and separation.
Gunther's back in.
I can see that, or again, this is my. This is what I would do with it is. I would have Brock come back as more of like, in this point, backup for Oba. Like he's like Apollo Creed to Oba's Rocky.
The ring general, Gunther, about to claim the undisputed WWE title, but Sami Zayn would not let Cody's arm fall.
And then he eventually helps Oba, like, you know, gives him UFC type training. Like we get the Rocky montages. Yep.
Gunther now.
And then once Oba finally does beat Brock, or not Brock, Roman for the belt, that's when Brock says, "All right, now you finally, you know, you got that kill. Now that you're finally that beast, that monster that you know you can beat. Now we have the third match, and it's for the belt."
Gave me his headset for this matchup here between Gunther and Sami Zayn. And Sami now into the corner and exploded. Sami's got a chance. Sami's got a chance.
It would happen. Yeah, it would happen after Oba. Yeah, it happen after Oba gets the belt. That's way.
Zayn's gonna do it.
Yeah, and then they had the rubber match, and but it's like, but it'd be like at the end of Rocky 3, where it's like, okay, now it's, you know, friendly rivals having a, you know.
Sami Zayn with a golden opportunity and a Helluva kick to Gunther. And just like that,
I could see that happening too. I could see that happening too.
Sami had won the title. Sami has to dig down deep. Sami frustrated. Sami, does he?
Yeah. Once he gets back from injury.
Tonight. Zayn dragging Gunther back to his feet. And Gunther with a clothesline. And that may be the death blow. That may be it for Zayn's opportunity. Cody back in it. Super cutter. Rhodes looking for the crossroads. Sami turns it around.
Yeah, that is true. Solo is, he is like the very beginning of his like redemption arc face turn.
Sami with another chance. How much does he have left? Gunther the intercepts.
Sami's caught in the clutches of the ring general.
Yeah, plus who is it? Drew. He's out filming. You know, he's not doing movies. Yeah, and to be fair, at this point, that loss would not hurt Trick. It would not hurt Trick.
Shoulders down. Oh my God! Miracle! Miracle! Sami Zayn.
Wait, what? Wait, what? And new Sami Zayn? Sadly, these were the ones that got spoiled for me earlier.
Corey, it happened. It happened on his 10th try. Sami Zayn finally is champion. A miracle in Riyadh. Sami Zayn started this journey in 2002 quarter century later, Sami Zayn is WWE.
Yeah, unfortunately, I made the mistake of just at one point hopping on Twitter. I was on the hopping on Twitter while on the shitter, and
has led to this point.
then
To the top of the mountain,
it's like, well,
Sami Zayn is WWE champion. Corey,
Saudi Mania is running wild, pal. Whoop, whoop.
Sami had a number of opportunities tonight, and it looked like once again it just wasn't his night. Sami Zayn fought valiantly. Here are the closing moments. Cody Rhodes flying blind. Cody Cutter takes down Gunther. Rhodes with the crossroads to Sami, but no, Sami reverses, delivers the crossroads to Cody. And right as Sami Zayn lined up the
He should. He absolutely should.
Gunther would arrive.
Yeah, Oba should go after Sami now.
And seemingly dash Sami's championship dreams. Cody Rhodes with a double stacked Cody Cutter. And when it felt like Sami Zayn's big dreams weren't big enough, like fate had other plans, Sami Zayn once again proves the world wrong tonight in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Corey, the scene has to be seen to believe. Sami Zayn celebrating among the WWE fans here tonight in Riyadh.
Yeah, so I guess the rest, yeah.
Despite what you think of the man, Sami Zayn worked his ass off to get to this moment in his career. No one believed it would happen. I don't think Sami Zayn ever believed it would happen. I think Sami Zayn is the only.
All righty, so yeah, the rest of this is gonna be celebration, and Sami with the crowd and just shots of Cody and Gunther. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and call it for tonight. Thank you guys for stopping in and hanging out. Whoop, whoop. As mentioned earlier, taking a break from wrestling for the rest of the night. So no Triple A watch along tonight, but we will be back tomorrow for The Wreckage, followed up with a HMG AEW Double or Nothing watch along. Not Double or Nothing. Forbidden Door watch along.
Sami Zayn is a world champion.
And then on Monday, we got the Monday Locker Room, the Raw Watch Along, the Impact Attack. And then on Tuesday, we got this week in WWE, we have Hitting the Marks. We have the Laser NXT Watch Along, the A Show, Wednesday Locker Room. And then on Wednesday, Next Level Wrestling Review, the AEW Dynamite Watch Along and Bell Count. Thursday, the Friday Locker Room, the HMG AEW Dynamite Watch, not AEW, sorry, JCW Lunacy and TNA Impact Watch Along. And then, of course, on Friday, we got the SmackDown Watch Along. Thank God, 2 hours. Thank God it's back to 2 hours, pal. Whoop. And then we're also back to a regular schedule. This is coming Saturday. We got HMG Insanity with the AAA Watch Along. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring that bell. We're also on Patreon, patreon.com/Hameen Media Group. Don't forget to check out our friends on youtube.com/The Vince Russo. We got a lot of great content over there, as well as the Backstage Lunacy hosted by the Harps Working Man podcast and Jeff Lane and Mad Mac Davis, where they got a special guest every week. And then check out their Patreon, patreon.com/BruceWithPWC, where you get all the great brand channel attitude content, such as Cash Raid in the Marks, the Raw SmackDown Review, Master Shoot Theater, Lions, Tigers, Bears, and Head. And also so much other great content on top of that, too, depending on what tier you get it at. And if you check out the most entertaining and fun weekly episodic wrestling TV show product that's out there, that's JCW Lunacy. That airs every Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. YouTube.com/Psychopathic Records. As for me, you can catch me on Twitter, as the kids call it these days, the X at LG Brandon Whoop. I'm also on Twitch at twitch.tv/LG Brandon Whoop Whoop. I'll be going live in about 30-ish minutes. Gonna be doing some go picking back up with some Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. So hope to see you there. If not, have a great rest of your night. If you don't get to see any other shows, have a great rest of your weekend. Great rest of your week. Much love. Whoop, whoop. Bearcats, Jugger Bros, HMG fam. We out. Whoop, whoop.